Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We got some movie news for a change. That's right. I did say in a video yesterday, the Doctor Strange 2 video, is that we're in a weird phase at the moment where sort of springtime, just starting to get off the ground. We've just had some blockbusters, the Batman being one of them, which is what this video is about. And then we're waiting for blockbusters to come out. So there's like a few weeks of a lull. We've got CinemaCon, so there's no major announcements and then things start drip feeding. But yeah, we do have some movie news, but that's just as an FYI for those that missed yesterday's video as to why there's not that much, because there just isn't. Plenty of other stuff to talk about that is equally as important, if not more so. However, here we have it. So the Batman's first week viewership numbers are out, and they beat almost every other Warner Brothers day-and-date release. Now, I think this is kind of a shame. The Samba TV reported this. And they kind of pitted the Batman against Ben Affleck's Batman, which I think is a shame because, the two can exist and they can both have fans. You don't need to say one is better than the other just to antagonize people. And I just think that's a shame that that's the approach that they took, because undoubtedly it's just going to irritate people. You can provide the information and people can make what they will from it. But the Batman continues to be a success for Warner Brothers Discovery. After making over $750 million at the worldwide box office, a new report has revealed the film's impressive viewership numbers on HBO Max. I will say that there's a little bit more to this than just, it made more money, or, it's got more viewership, okay? There's a little bit more to it. So the Batman continues to be a blockbuster juggernaut, having made over $750 million at the box office worldwide, which is, it's done okay. It's still successful. It's not made huge sums of money for Warner Brothers, but it's still a success, right? Let's not beat around the bush. It has made money for Warner Brothers. It has turned a profit. Not a huge profit, but a good enough one. A good enough one. Now, Robert Pattinson's Bruce Wayne is now dominating his streaming home. And Deadline published a report on the Batman's first week viewership numbers on HBO Max for smart TVs in United States households, and they're very impressive. So using data provided by television analytics firm Samba TV, the trade revealed that the film, at 4.1 million views, beat out almost every other day-and-date release by Warner Brothers. Warner Brothers Discovery, from 2021, such as The Suicide Squad, which had 3.5 million views, not bad. Wonder Woman 1984, 3.2. The Matrix Resurrections of 3.2. And June, which had 2.3. Those numbers they're not crazy, Obviously, Samba TV only records very specific households, but it's done well. It has done well. Now, Matt Reeves' superhero adventure also had a larger audience than Zack Snyder's Justice League, and this is what I'm saying. They're sort of pitting it against it, which I think is a shame, because again, you're just going to rile the Snyder Bros up, and it's just unnecessary. But whatever. Because that only had 2.2 million during its first 7 days. The one film the Batman did not beat was 2020's Mortal Kombat, which is staggering. It was in lockdown, so more people, I guess. But I don't know. It's interesting, isn't it? 4.3 million households in 1 week. I'm guessing that is simply just because it was in a lockdown. That's what I would imagine. And in terms of comparing the others, right, 3.5, 3.2, 3.2 and 2.3, all of that respectively, I think the Batman's undoubtedly done well at home because it's been out in theatres, right? We know it's been out in theatres. I do think that there will be people repeat viewing it, so let's move on my mic. People that would have watched it in theatres have then gone home to watch it as well, because people really liked this film. Of course, people really didn't like it, I get that, but let's just talk about why so many people might be watching it. I think there will be a certain amount of repeat viewers. I do think, obviously, subscriber base has gone up. Maybe not as dramatically as one might expect to correlate to these figures. I do simply think people wanted to watch it more than other films, but there are other factors at play here. Again, Mortal Kombat being one of them. That's released in a pandemic. Like that's middle of lockdown. People are bored, got nothing better to do, so they're going to watch it. And it does have a relatively large fan base, of course. But it's just fascinating. It is absolutely fascinating. So keep in mind that the numbers above are specifically for first week views. And at the moment, there's no opening weekend data available for the Batman. Not to put viewership growth from opening weekend to first week into perspective. Here are the reported opening weekend numbers for some of the aforementioned 2021 tentpoles as stated by Samba TV on Twitter. So this is the other thing, right? Opening weekend, first week, there's a big difference. The Suicide Squad had 2.8 million opening weekend, 2.2, Wonder Woman 1.9, Dune, and Zack Snyder's Justice League 1.8. So getting more granular, as it were, Samba TV reported that the Batman had 720,000 households tune in to its HBO Max premiere, compared to the 389,000 that streamed Zack Snyder's Justice League on its release day. So, a sizable chunk. More. But again, you're looking at a pretty niche film, Justice League, or Zack Snyder's version of Justice League. Because normies, just as a heads up, because that will annoy people, I know, but normies wouldn't have known that there's a massive difference between the two. They wouldn't have cared, and thus they probably wouldn't have tuned in. Now, the Batman, normies who didn't go out to watch it in cinemas would have watched it at home and gone, oh, it's a new Batman, let's watch that. There is a big difference there, for sure. And again, this is the sad thing that they went and sort of did this. Like, I'm fine with them doing it. I just think there's better ways to approach it. You can state your opinion without actually stating your opinion, right? So, or making an antagonistic statement like this. So, which begs the question, Pattinson or Batfleck, which one's better? So, but it's fascinating. It's doing really well. So it's worth noting that since HBO Max viewership data is not publicly disclosed, there could be a discrepancy between the numbers reported by Samba TV and the movie's actual views. According to Deadline, some streaming services have stated that their audiences are larger than what's reported by third parties. So Warner Brothers, but that's unlikely. I mean, you're comparing it like for like, so maybe there's a slight difference, but there won't be that much. Warner Brothers Discovery famously revealed in late 2021 that starting in 2022, it would abide by an exclusive 45-day theatrical window for its release, and after which they would make their way to HBO Max. Makes perfect sense. Discovery's not going to want to change that. In fact, they might push more things to be in cinemas, because that Zaslan guy really wants to make a lot more money. A lot more money. They're not stupid over there. There had been some speculation online that the strategy would be detrimental to the studio's box office earnings, and while that could be the case, the Batman's reported success could be an indication of Warner Brothers' shortened window approach being a sustainable strategy. But we'll see, because they might just go, no, we don't want to do that anymore. So we'll see how it goes. Did you watch it on HBO Max? Let me know down below. Is this a film that you're interested in? Were you a fan of it? Again, I'd love to hear any and all of your thoughts. It's a success. Discovery will be looking at this. Warner Brothers Discovery will be looking at this and going, right, we need to replicate some of these things. And we know as much anyway from Deadline articles and reports. I think it was a Deadline one or a Variety one, where they stated, inside sources are saying they want to replicate the Batman success and also the Joker's success. More films like that was the take home. So let me know what your personal thoughts are. What would you be annoyed if they just rebooted the DCEU? I'd love to hear it. Anyway, let me know your thoughts. Cheers, guys. Take care.